George Kilpatrick Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. The 100 Black Men of Syracuse invite you to a town hall meeting on a very, very important topic. And here to talk about that is J.B. McCampbell. He is the Chief Communications Officer for the 100 Black Men of Syracuse. The March 12th event is called A Peace of Mind, and it'll be at the Dunbar Center, 1453 South State Street in Syracuse at 6 p.m. JB, what's this all about?
This is all about giving the community some information about the advances being made on the Alzheimer's disease front, because as you know, George, there's a lot of fear that folks have about Alzheimer's disease. And I think a lot of that fear comes about because folks don't know what's being done on the research end of things. They don't know what's being done in terms of treatments. And so we want to bring that to the community so folks know that, that maybe they get a peace of mind from what they hear at this town hall.
And you're working with the Alzheimer's Association along with some others, because there's a lot of misinformation as well about Alzheimer's, who gets it, myths and realities, and things of that nature. So this is an opportunity for you to get the information right from the source. And who will they get that information from?
Okay, we're going to have two featured speakers. One is a person that I'm sure has been on your show, George, Dr. Sharon Bragman, the director of the Center for Excellence Alzheimer's department at Upstate University Hospital. So, and she's very well known. She's an expert on the subject of issues dealing with aging, particularly Alzheimer's disease. And then the second speaker, her name is Meg Boyce, and she is the Vice President of Programs and Services for the Hudson Valley chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. And she's notable for the fact that she was instrumental in developing the first unit for inmates suffering from Alzheimer's disease, the first one in the country, as a matter of fact. So we think we have two dynamic speakers who are going to be able to answer a lot of questions at the town hall.
And what some of the information, JB, by the way, March 12th, again, 6 p.m., Dunbar Center, 1453 South State Street. We hope to have a full house there. And what are some of the things that people will learn in addition to some of the cutting edge advances? I think I said some of the things that some misinformation so that people have the right and accurate information. What else might they learn?
Yeah, and some of that will be centered on the subject of early diagnosis, okay? And I think as we all learn more about this disease and also other forms of dementia, because Alzheimer's disease is just one form of dementia, but it is the most common form of dementia. Folks are going to learn that African Americans are twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's disease as non-Hispanic white people. So they're going to learn things like, and I'm looking here on my cheat sheet, so forgive me for looking at my cheat sheet, but among African Americans, and this is a fact that came from the Alzheimer's Association, because they keep track of a lot of the research, that among African Americans ages 70 and older, 21.3% are living with Alzheimer's disease. That's a lot of folks that have this disease. And that means there's a lot of burden that's been placed on our community by this disease. And folks are going to be looking, folks need answers on, well, if this is so commonplace. In fact, I saw another fact that 65% of African Americans know someone with Alzheimer's disease. And with it being that prevalent, it's what do we do? what's being done to make things better for people, to help families. And so that's one of the things why we wanted to hold this town hall, is to provide that information so that it shouldn't be bleak, even though Alzheimer's disease, as you know, is a devastating disease, and it places so much of a burden on families, any family that's affected by it. But there is progress being made when it comes to Alzheimer's disease, and we want people to know what that progress is at this town hall.
Yeah, and I love that, and there are some advances, and there are some things that we're learning even today, and for many families who've experienced having a loved one with Alzheimer's disease. By the way, let's just get something clear: Alzheimer's is not an inevitability of aging. So let's get that out of the way. It's not inevitable, but it is hereditary, right? So we know that it's within families that it can occur. I believe Dr. Brangman will correct me if I'm wrong about that. But I also think about the long goodbye, right? Because we know it's progressive and little by little by little. And then you have people, who've lived, they might live 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years or more with the disease. And so we know that it takes a toll on families, for caregivers, until ultimately, families make decisions about how they're going to care for their loved one when they're no longer able to care for them in their home. So there's a lot of information. I'm glad you're doing this, and I think the statistics should really startle the audience. I'm saying, because most of us know someone, but also if we do have a loved one, what are some things that we can do right now to make sure that our loved one has the support that they need, and that you as a caregiver have the support that you need? Because that's also a really important factor in the treatment of this disease. And a lot of this information, JB, can be supported by attending this event. You can get support by attending this event, which is called A Peace of Mind. It'll be held on March 12th. What day of the week is that?
That is a Wednesday.
Wednesday, March 12th at 6 p.m. at the Dunbar Center, 1453 South State Street in Syracuse. And people laugh when I give the whole address and let people know where it is. We can't assume that people know where anything is, right? We get so cavalier by just saying, oh, it's over here, it's over there. It's in Syracuse, right? And Dunbar, of course, an institution in the community. The admission to the event is free. Is there a sign up at all needed?
There is a sign up, George, because even though it's free and open to the public, we do ask that folks who are coming pre-register for the event. And you can go to our website at 100blackmensyr.org to get the information. There's a link to a online form that you can fill out and register for the event.
And if they're watching this on the George Kilpatrick YouTube channel, the link will be right in this video that you're watching. And so it's right down below. It's right there. And you can click on that and register for the event. So JB, this is great. Again, mark your calendars. March the 12th at 6 p.m. Featured speakers is Dr. Sharon Brangman and Meg Boyce. And it should be a great, great night. And the 100 Black Men, through its Health and Wellness Committee, in collaboration with the Alzheimer's Association, presenting this event. Mark your calendars once again, March 12th, 6 p.m., Dunbar Center, 1453 South State Street. Registration at 100blackmensyr.org. George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation. JB, anything else we need to know?
Well, I think that the only other thing that folks need to know is that this is a very important event. This is kind of a follow-up to our partnership that we've developed with the Alzheimer's Association Central New York chapter, and that there's going to be a lot that's going to be said that people are going to learn and come with knowing that you're going to get some hope. This is not, as you said appropriately, George, this is not, first of all, Alzheimer's disease is not inevitable. But if you are in a family that's being directly affected by it, know that some things are happening now that should bring you hope. And so we want folks to hear that message of hope.
1453 South State Street, March 12th, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Register 100 Black Men, SYR.org. J.B. McCampbell, Communications Director. I know you said something. What did you say?
Chief Communications Officer.
Chief Communications Officer for the 100 Black Men of Syracuse. George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation.